Well, live, yeah. We live there then, yeah.
It's not coming up in the corner. You know the shit.
Live.
We are live.
I'm going to start it off. Jim Cornett's GFW, one of the happiest fucker alive. I finally get to watch GFW again. I'm so happy.
Stop on my feet, mate.
What the fuck is that? Why are you all quiet? You're not joining on my...
We're letting you enjoy your moment of having...
You're not going to... Well, he's irrelevant. No one cares about... Say that again?
Where's the shirt?
I didn't wear it. I actually wore it to bed last night, so I was like, no, I'm not going to wear it
again. You're supposed to be having like the opposite of a rant right now, and you're not doing it.
Yeah, because I was leaving you speak. I was leaving you enjoy it because he's irrelevant. No one cares about him anymore. Who would want Jim Cornette? Why would you want him there?
Don't have much choice.
Say it again?
He's one of the only personalities not signed to the WWE that's out there, so they don't really have much choice.
They have a lot of choice. They had a choice not to sign him. They had a lot. Let's be honest now, right? If you watch TNA between the years of 2005 and 2007, that was probably their best booking.
Yeah.
I
don't really mind him. I'm just waiting to see where he goes on screen because they have a bad track record of bringing people like him in.
Yeah. So, they didn't do a bad job of the last time.
Though, I will admit. I mean, I hate the guy, but he knows what he's doing when it comes to booking.
He did get he did put up a video last night from his podcast. From time to time they'll do impromptu videos. He has said, I'm assuming this is in character, that he's not signed with the company. He's signed by Anthem for GFW. Because they rang him apparently and asked him, well, if you think you can run the company as good as you think you can, then do it. And that's why he was brought in. So I was like, that's a good enough reason. Even if he's not, so I don't think he actually is signed by GFW because he wasn't the last time when they were TNA. He wasn't actually signed by them. It was like a purely handshake agreement or something like that. So I'm kind of happy now.
See where it goes.
I can't wait to watch it. I was trying to find a link for it earlier, but I couldn't find a link for.
Does it not still get shown over here on TV?
It does, but I'm not turning on Challenge. I have a Skybox, but
it's not on Challenge or anything anymore either.
No, it's not.
Spike, is it not? Or is it on tomorrow?
Oh yeah, we actually have Spike over here.
You can tune it in.
Can you?
It's an extra channel, but you can't record on it. You can watch GFW live. Nobody wants to do.
They also got new belts, and all the belts are really nice except for the world title. It's the only belt I don't like.
It's green, isn't it?
I never liked it the first time.
They changed the blue, did they not, from the green?
I remember someone said that they think it's still green. It still has like the green.
It's got green changes. It's kind of mostly silver, and then there's little bits of blue and green thrown in.
The nicest one of the lot of them is the X Division one. I think that's really nice.
That was nice.
I do want all the belts to be gold, but sometimes silver is nice.
Yeah,
if you're a champion, you should have gold around your waist.
I think with some titles though, it suits them not to be gold. Like it suits like the suits.
The SD titles, they're nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Suits them.
That's all I can come up with. I can't really remember of any other silver belts around. Yeah.
Should we jump into? We've a lot to do this week, I suppose.
Yeah. We apparently have so much to talk about, but Aaron is the one that has the.
I wanted to start off with my happiness at the fact that Jim Cornette's on TV every week. Well, not every week. I think he's probably telling the truth and saying that he's not going to do every single show. It's going to be like because I know every single time he goes away, he always complains that he's bait by the time he comes back, like physically like shot. So I don't think he's going to spend like 4 days. Say that again?
They'll be taping about a month's worth today. I mean, they've already crowned a new champion and stuff. Like they're taping as we speak.
Yeah.
They do.
They do shows at once. So how can he not be appearing on one show?
He's gone now. Gone to work behind the scenes, never to be seen ever again.
I wouldn't mind that though.
He did say that. So in the video, because I didn't listen to all the video because I got the main points from it, like right at the start we explain what's happening. because I just didn't really have time to listen to the whole thing. And also I wanted to watch The Defenders, which was on Netflix. So he said he's not creative. He is not talent relations. He has not signed any contract. He's literally there from Anthem to be there like Cyrus in ECW.
Yeah.
He's the only paperwork he signed in any way, shape, or form is to use his likeness on TV, and that's it.
Okay.
So if that's the thing they're going to build up with, fine, because I think that might actually work. Because he was fine. I think he was fine. Right, the first. I think I started watching TNA around the time he was there too. I think he just started. That's how I actually got introduced to him.
I actually don't think I ever watched TNA. The only time I ever watched it was when it was like all the Matt Hardy broke and stuff. That was the only time I've ever actually watched it. And I still think my favorite thing ever out of it is it's a dilapidated boat. That's probably the thing to ever come out of that.
Oh, that's
like,
great.
I watched those back. That's realist. That's pretty much it.
I think the last time I watched TNA was 2012 because it came up in my memories the last day that I watched. What was the name of the pay-per-view? Hardcore Justice, or something like that.
I think I was the same.
Like during like the Dixie phase and the what's his face, the bald guy phase.
Yes, because you're so young, you don't know any better, Alex. That's the only reason why.
I think I just want something that's not WWE, so I'm like, just please survive.
Do you know what I love? Do you know what I've loved actually? Do you know what I loved actually? Because it came out last night and people were going mental about it. And it's like, you see all these pages, like every second comment, it's like, oh, the X Division's dead. Oh, the X Division won't survive. Oh, the X Division's gone. And I'm like, the best time for the X Division when he was there.
Yeah, like he put them in a good spot in the opener to kind of get the crowd going. He knows where to put them.
He knows how to book shows. He knows what he's fucking doing. But like he just the X Division is not going to die because Jim Cornette's there. Like in fact, it's probably thrive. It just won't be, you know. The only thing he doesn't like about high flying wrestling is when they just do shit for the sake of doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
basically the X Division.
It was on last night. It was on last night, but I can't seem to find any sort of link for it though. My usual spots just don't have it, which is sort of depressing. And no one really cares.
You can get the Impact app, but you have to wait a week.
That's nah.
Nah. And also, I have a fucking 60R Huawei phone. That thing would blow up. Barely even functions when YouTube's on.
Okay, I love that, like, every single item that you have technical-wise, it's like, it's ready to blow up if I could do anything else. I would go to YouTube, my laptop's going to blow up.
This is what I have, and if I just keep it the way it is. Although I am getting a new phone next week, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait to blow that one up after a week.
It will blow up, yeah.
Dan, you're very
quiet.
Yeah, no, not in that sense. It's like it sounds like your microphone's like that. It sounds very hollow.
Hang on, I don't know where the microphone is on this. I should cover it for a while.
That actually sounds alright from where whatever.
Right.
Just take half. We'll take half of Dan's face. That's enough, I think.
Should we go straight into what pissed Dan off this week? Because Raw wasn't really on to talk.
Yes.
No, Raw had a couple of things.
Leave it for
not as interesting as Dan.
Go on.
No, Akira won the Cruiserweight belt. That was what happened on Raw. And the Shield.
They ruined the moment by not having it on SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, they should have had it on SummerSlam. But yeah, I'm cool with that. But Shield had a fist bump. Yay!
It's not real.
No, it's not real. It's only two of them.
It's not real. Okay.
Still though.
It's still nothing. I want all or nothing.
We could have on Monday.
You don't need Roman Reigns now, but if Lesnar leaves, Roman is going to need to do something.
Hold on. Did you see the tweet that Roman sent out?
Yeah, funny.
That one. Those tags. That was so just too much. I love that. The tags on that were brilliant. And a dog that said, "Lonely dog." What?
That was a parody of Drake and Josh when Drake was like, when you're not invited to your friends' wedding, you get the message.
Don't even care. And I'm devastated that the two of them are friends again. Okay, I lived off that feud. Drake Josh with not Seth and Dean.
That's how
That's the worst feud of 2017. The worst one. That was the worst feud of 2017.
Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
The amount of memes that we got out of it, though, it was beautiful.
It goes to Jake and Logan. That is the worst feud of the year. Jake versus Logan. This clearly fake thing that they had going on.
Oh, but there's worse than that, but we'll not get promoting other YouTubers.
The competition.
Not competition.
Yeah, next week there'll be an IWF diss track.
Aaron again, Alex.
Oh, I'm gonna. When I see you, I'm going to kill you.
I know. I'm resigned to that.
Just make sure you're wearing the Marty Skrull Converse so I can steal them after he kills you.
Oh yeah, totally. That's the plan, though.
Yay! I'm not going to beat you to death with them.
Yeah, Amy can help me. Right, we got over Raw. So Dan, fire away.
SmackDown!
We've got 2 viewers. Yeah. Oh no, we've only got 1.
Whenever mentions a viewer is like, they go. They disappear. They're like, oh shit, no.
Who you have as the prominent person on screen. If you're still picking, you have control.
Yeah. I swap it every 10 minutes now. So no,
you shouldn't do that. Because there's times when people are talking and they're not in focus.
Yeah, but see, the problem is that when it keeps talking, any other sounds makes a switch on my one.
Yeah.
So it's going to keep chopping and switching, and it's just fucking annoying. It's giving me a headache. I'm the one that has to deal with it.
So do we.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
for us, you know.
He can deal with it, clearly. I don't want to deal with that shit, so...
Okay, then.
Fine, Jesus. Sorry we mentioned it.
My fucking podcast. My fucking rules.
Just lifestyle.
Anyway, Dan rant away there about Baron Corbin being the stupidest human being in pro wrestling.
Look, there's loads of things why he's stupid. For a start, if he's going to cash in, don't fucking walk away to start with. Jinder has just been AA'd off the top rope. Perfect opportunity. Don't give him fucking time to recover. For fuck's sake, like. You've just fucked Cena out of the ring, grabbed, cashed in left. Why the hell the referee talk about 10 minutes to actually start the match is another fucking thing. And any other time, there's no recovery times and fuck it, ring the bell, that's it. No. Ref was like, hang on a second, we need to do this all right.
To be fair, and I did look this up because that actually sort of annoyed me too. The only time where the person wasn't at least on one foot was when Daniel Bryan won his one. Other than that, every match has started off with at least someone on their feet. With at least a champion on their feet. And you can look that up, and that's a fact.
WrestleMania 31.
Second.
WrestleMania.
Cash in, they were both down, weren't they?
Yeah.
To be fair, that was in the middle of a match already, so he was just sort of sitting there. It wasn't. It was already finished. It was already disqualification.
Match before then.
So it was finished. The match was done. The match was finished by DQ, and Cena won by DQ.
Yeah, but surely in another match, would that not be DQ as well?
But he didn't hit him. All Cena did was go up the turnbuckle, and he didn't touch Corbin. Corbin touched him.
True.
The dumbest thing he did was that he didn't take care of Cena. He did not take care of him well enough. He should have.
The fact he kept looking up, was expecting him to come, and then when he finally did come, it was somehow a distraction.
He should have just ignored Cena and went straight for the pin. I mean, Jinder was there for the taking.
There yet?
What's that then?
What bit did you miss?
All of it.
The whole bit there at the end, because you kind of got a bit weird.
Yeah, okay, right. Basically, the whole point of, like, when Corbin was getting ready for Jinder to get back on his feet or whatever, how he kept just looking behind him, waiting for Cena. Like, he knew Cena was coming. Terrible acting. But anyway. It's just a stupid decision. Stupid.
In fact, he should have let Cena hit him, and then he would have had a legitimate cause for another title shot. Because Cena was going to get him anyway. I would have rather him.
Then, yeah.
I would have rather, if I was in his position, I would have rather Cena hit me than get pinned myself. Because if Cena hit me, at least then I could say, that dickhead fucked me over. Whereas now it's your fault for not paying attention.
Technically, the dickhead still did, fuck him over in the whole thing. But,
That girl in the crowd summed everything up.
Oh, the one who's flipping him off.
I was dead.
Somebody found her on Twitter.
Yeah, 5-year-old was probably devastated.
Sorry, I don't know, lads. 1 second. What you want? Bioplate. Oh, yeah. It's here, right? Yeah, but it's done, right? Jesus Christ.
So many guest cameos on Aaron's side. It's lovely. I mean, his mother.
It's the whole family's involved. That's the family. It's a family show.
I could probably introduce another object as guest, but that's about it.
Wow.
I bring Freddie into this all the time, I think.
You do. He's like part of the team at the moment.
I always bring Freddie in.
Yeah, like Freddie's part of it. Like he's one of us. So anyway, Dan, are you done with your rant?
Are you?
Yeah, I feel better now. But the problem is I've kind of got like a week to get over this, so it's like. Yeah.
That's a good thing, because otherwise you'd have just been screaming for an hour if we did this on Tuesday.
In all fairness, like I was going nuts in the group chat. Like I probably could have kept going, but I was like, no.
Yeah, you did.
I've said it for no reason.
The moment I saw it happen, I just immediately my brain went to Dan, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's angry!" And like the moment I finished it, it was just one message. I was like,
Yeah. I had to like kind of stop at one point. I think when you were talking about it in the group chat, I was just like, I actually can't deal with this right now. I haven't even watched it. I read up about it. I didn't even watch it. I was like, after what he was talking.
To read it, but didn't actually see it happen. It was just car crash TV because I could see it happening. It's like,
yeah, the moment you saw him look at his briefcase, you were like, don't.
Please don't.
I was like, the whole thing was, when he left the ring, it was like, cash in, cash in, cash in. Then he left the ring, walked up the full length of the ramp, and then was like, hang on a second. No.
I have to make him look stupid, you know?
Dave Meltzer has said, all right, he said in his podcast that there's actually, you'll know what happens at SummerSlam. It depends how he loses to Cena. Because let's be honest, he ain't fucking beating Cena.
No.
It depends how we lose Cena, and it depends over the next 2 months, let's say, how this.
He could beat Cena, but he won't beat Cena clean.
I don't think he will at all. He might like lose by DQ, by going mentally or something, but he definitely won't win. Especially if Cena's got momentum.
Yeah, Cena needs momentum. Yeah, that's always been the thing for the last 10.
But if they're drafting him to Raw, they need to make him seem like he's bigger than SmackDown, you know?
He's not getting drafted. He's a free agent, so he doesn't get drafted.
Right, you know, whatever the fuck they want to call him.
Free agent bullshit thing come from. He was drafted to SmackDown to begin with. Anyway, he was actually drafted to SmackDown. I just want to point that out. That pisses me off so much. Because he was actually drafted to SmackDown, and then he went off, and then he did the American Grit Show, and then all of a sudden he's a free agent. I'm like, you don't even remember yourselves.
Yeah,
you don't actually remember.
Was he not?
No, there was a reason behind it. There's a.
What's happening?
What was that then?
Was Cena not away when the shake-up was happening? So therefore, he wasn't around to be redrafted.
Not everyone on the rosters were redrafted. So you can't say, "Oh, we're going to call him a free agent." That's bullshit.
But you do know the reason why they did it, yeah? Well, at least the storyline reason that was given. His reason.
I can't remember.
His reason was, I'm not going to be around for much longer. I may have 2 or 3 more years before I give this up. I don't want to be saddled to the one brand. So,
what happened to your whole, never give up, never
that's
give
exactly
up.
what I was thinking as well.
Never give up, never surrender, never tap out. Bitch, you've tapped out in plenty of fucking matches.
Also,
you've given up more times than anyone else. Also, as well, even when that fucker got fired, he still turned up every goddamn week. I hate
that. I hate that so much.
I'm actually angry now when I think about that. That just pisses me off so much. I cannot stand the man. I actually cannot stand the man. He needs to go away. He just needs to go away.
You're stuck with him for 2 years, it seems.
I swear to Satan, if he is still around for 2 to 3 years, I'm gonna fucking blow my head off.
I like him. He stagnated around 2010, but let's be honest, CM Punk dropping that pipe bomb rejuvenated his career as much as it is Punk's. Because Cena has come out with, more often than not, has come out with fucking incredible matches since.
I don't care.
The series with him today is probably one of the best in WWE history.
He will go down as an all-time great just for the last 4 years alone. Away from his drawing power. From the last 4 years alone, he will go down as a great. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, he had the first match against The Rock was fucking great. You had all of his matches for the United States Open Challenge, his matches against AJ Styles, his matches against Kevin Owens. What else?
Putting over Shinsuke.
Putting over Shinsuke.
He buried Rusev, so we won't go there.
He didn't really bury Rusev. Rusev and Lana were their own fucking they destroyed their own careers by announcing that fucking engagement, and it hasn't been fucking great since then. That's their own fault.
But losing Cena.
They have a personal life outside of WWE.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, though, if you've got a storyline on TV saying that they're divorced, that they're broken up, and he's gone out with some Marie, and she puts on Twitter saying, "Oh, we're engaged," just like,
yeah, it's like use your brain, people. You know?
Sorry, have you ever watched Total Divas, and have you ever seen her on Total Divas? Bitch doesn't have a brain.
Why would I watch that?
I legitimately watched the first 2 series of that, and I actually loved it. But then after that, you knew it was scripted, whereas the first 2 seasons felt a little bit real. No, they just.
I think it's probably some of the best car crash TV there is out there. I don't care that's scripted. That and Save the Dress are like the greatest things ever on TV.
I actually remember the episode where I decided to stop, and that's when they were in England, and the Bellas did some tea party thing with
the English tea with Paige.
And I literally, like, the end of the episode, I went, done. That was it.
My favorite thing about that entire thing, I think at one point you can actually see Paige kind of look at the camera being like, seriously? Yeah. Okay.
And she's the most, like, she's more English than tea parties are. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. I just liked the last season just because of, like, Renee Young in it.
I might watch that. I might watch it all right for Alexa Bliss.
She is hilarious when she's drunk.
She's
great. She's brilliant when she's drunk.
Yes.
And so are the Bellas. Bellas fall and smashing their faces in a nightclub while drunk, while dancing on a table.
Was that in the earlier seasons? Was that one of the earlier seasons? Yeah.
I think that was like that was when.
Was that the birth of Brie mode? Was that actually Brie mode? Was that how they started that thing? I think it was, wasn't it?
Apparently, when she gets drunk, like that she does go a little bit overboard. But I think that was for either Natty's bachelor party or Eva Marie's. But it's one of those when she just gets like fall down drunk, her and Nikki do, and it is beautiful to watch. I'm like, oh, I love seeing women like that. It's my favorite time ever. And then we all
see women like that just come into Cork City Centre on a fucking Saturday night.
I don't need to. All I do is go. I'm one of those women in a Dublin pub at like or nightclub even on a Saturday night. That's me in the toilet, just like best mates, friendships for life.
I was only up in Dublin once that I can remember when I was like old enough to drink. Right, it was for the house show, the first house show where Sheamus was world champion. Right, one of the best live wrestling shows I've ever watched because I got to see William Regal wrestle and Tyson Kidd wrestle, so I was happy. And I actually fell in love with Hunico as well, the new Sin Cara there, because he was fucking dazing that night. Him and Tyson Kidd had like a thing for about 5 minutes and it was dazing. But when I left, I was going back into the city, and I had a couple of drinks afterwards with my mum because that was the only person that would fucking go with me because everyone else passed out. And my favorite scene was the entire spare in the middle of the city. The whole thing is just covered in people shifting. One fella shifting the spare. It was beautiful to watch. I was just like, I like that now. That's classy, that is.
Is Alex old enough to drink yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Just double checking. I mean, sorry, just double checking after the conversation. Is that a fucking Cena shirt?
Wow.
Is that a Cena shirt?
Oh,
who's wearing a Cena shirt?
Damn,
Is that wearing a Cena?
Oh, where is it?
Dan has the goddamn Cena shirt hanging up behind him, and it's over your IW. Oh my god!
Is that the champion? Ah, Dan.
Amy's gonna kill you.
Aaron's gonna kill Alex, and I'm going to kill you.
Well, if it weren't for the fact that I didn't decide to watch it today, I would have had my John Cena top on. So.
All right, so Amy is gonna kill both.
Sorry, Dan?
What? No, it's what's that, Dan? I think the thing is as well, every time Dan starts talking, I feel like he's about like 5-6 seconds behind what we're doing. We have veered off tangent again, lads. Jesus.
Not really, we've kind of got through 2 topics.
I don't think we've talked about anything we plan to talk about apart from Corbett. That's for that.
Well, I'm going to go back into the conversation and say that Jinder Mahal apparently was. I said this in the chat, was super over the other night. Had booze coming out of the fucking building like crazy, and sold all of his merch in the building. That's insane.
For celebrating Indian independence.
Like that's what's gonna happen in America, though. Like that's how it works over there.
That's the whole thing. The Indian national anthem got food.
I don't think you get this right, Dan. I don't think you get America right. It's either America, everyone else.
Right, but seriously though, what's their fucking problem with India?
Can I ask where were they last week? Where were they last week?
Canada?
No, they wanted Canada water. No, that was the week before. I mean the SmackDown this week.
Boston.
Was it Boston?
No, Raw was in Boston.
Raw, so I'm assuming they weren't too far away. Maybe they weren't from Boston. They were probably somewhere else.
Because if they were down south, you'd get it like North Carolina or something. See some fucking swastikas getting thrown over the place.
Yeah.
They were Boston. Awesome. Where the hell were they first?
We're not going to get into political conversation here.
But and I will just kind of say this, even with Americans, like you can't kind of like really say, oh yeah, they're gonna boo every national anthem. A couple of weeks, last month, 2 months ago at OTT, we weren't very kind ourselves to when the English national anthem was being.
Well, that's the English national anthem. We've got our own shit there.
Saying that shit. Zach Gibson could sing Aaron Naveen and get booed.
Zach Gibson wasn't even singing it. It was Charlie that was singing it.
Yeah.
I've never heard. I don't think I've ever actually heard Zach Gibson give a promo live. And I sit front row, and I've never actually heard him give a promo. I don't know what he sounds like. He gets. Oh my god, it's unreal how quickly the boo starts just from like music alone.
Everybody hates for once. It's just.
It is, yeah, no, true. Like, but I had to watch a video of him giving a promo just so I could actually properly hear what he sounded like because I didn't really know. And again, I'm like, I'm sitting here, I'm right in front of you. Can I hear what you're saying? I'll watch this back later. I'll watch this on demand when it comes off, and then I'm like, no, I just gotta find a promo on YouTube that he did. I just want to hear what it sounds like.
Probably a thick Scouser as well, though.
What?
It's probably a thick Scouser accent.
Oh no, yeah, no, it is. But still, I still wanted to hear. I just want to hear what he sounds like. That was all.
Don't be trying to listen. Don't be trying to listen.
Oh no, I boo away, but it is a little bit. And he's like, I actually have no idea what I'm booing. I don't know what he's saying. And then all of a sudden, Charlie starts to sing, and I'm like, oh no, boo Ernst to this bullshit.
Put words to this bullshit. Oh.
Thank you. But yeah,
I actually kind of want my brother to. I need to go downstairs to get my tablet, and I kind of want my brother to come in just to go on that. That
special
speech.
guest, Aaron's brother.
That speech that fucking grandpa does. Was it? We used to wear onions on our belts because that was the style at the time. Basically, my brother knows that off by Cian. Cian.
Simpsons people.
I'm kind of hoping he does it because he might do it. Cian.
We branched off.
Yeah,
We have veered off totally, which is kind of funny.
No, I know we have, but this might actually be worth it.
Yeah. Do you have are you respectable? I need to go downstairs and get my tablet, right? You've got about 5 minutes before you need to leave. Wait, can you just sort of swing that whole grandpa speech from The Simpsons?
Please.
No, will you do it on the microphone, please? He won't do it.
Please.
He won't.
Keen, you're letting us down. I'm disappointed in you.
No.
Tell them that we're disappointed. It always sounds much worse than saying I'm mad at you. I'm
Yeah,
disappointed.
they're very disappointed in you.
Shouldn't build it up. You should be building up something that you can't deliver.
Hey, I don't think so. I can't demand my brother do this.
Are you older or younger?
Worst thing is, he's actually in the bathroom doing the speech.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
God damn it, Keen! Admin Amy is unimpressed with your bullshit.
Isn't it?
What's that then?
It's a keying thing, isn't it?
What are you on about?
Yeah, it's a
That's a key.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. That little shit.
right.
I think if it was earlier, he'd probably do it. But like, Cian had 3 hours to get ready to go to work at 9:30 at 9 o'clock, and decided to leave 20 minutes before his shift was supposed to start. He's the worst timekeeper in human existence.
And we're not.
Oh Jesus, no. We are perfect, okay? Perfect.
Have we ever started the show at the same time 2 weeks in a row yet?
Say that again?
Have we actually started the show 2 weeks in a row at the same time yet?
No.
No. Last time we started at 6:45.
Oh yeah.
Because someone had to early.
Someone had to leave and left a trail of destruction behind him as he fucking signed out.
You son of a bitch.
If people watch this, you didn't see what happened last week, but when we signed off, Alex just left the trail of destruction that me, Dan, and Amy just sat there for 20 minutes going, "You fucking bastard! You prick!"
I also, and actually, Aaron, I'm just or Alex, you actually missed it as well. I had like a close encounter in my room, and all you could hear was me screaming and throwing. I got like my room got like invaded by this giant ass spider, like, and
There was also a moth. Don't forget the moth.
the moth. Okay. Yeah, okay, the moth is dead, but he's still actually stuck above the door. Like,
That's what the spider is useful for.
right? Now, well, hold on, okay? Hold on. Let's start this.
Veered completely off topic.
I don't care for a second, okay? I need to explain this, okay? If I'd let that spider roam around, he would have eaten me in my sleep. I didn't sleep with the little spider in my room. I couldn't do it, okay? I don't know where he went. All I know is that a boot got thrown, screams were had, and I curled into a ball and started, like, I'm going to cry. Like, I had a proper freak out.
Room at one stage.
Why?
Oh, because I was still freaked at you for whatever the hell it was you said. I'm not even going to go back into it.
Yeah,
but, like,
not.
and then having that, like, near-death experience, like... What do you expect? Like, I was an emotional wreck last week. And we weren't even lying. Yes.
Like, I asked you to post the podcast into the forum. You know, give it a bit of pizzazz. That was... it's just the link to the forum. It's just the link. Just, I don't know. Just something like bit of fucking something. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no!
It's just a link. I was like, oh, okay then. Oh, fine. That's cool.
Jeez.
Don't want anyone to watch it anyway. Actually, Dan, will you do it on the IWF page?
Yeah, the other thing. Yes.
The other one, yeah.
Yeah, hang on, where's the
The one that was around before the forum, but has been less successful than the forum.
I've said this to Stephen Donald several times. The forum is exactly what I wanted for the and yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's yeah.
I kind of stopped posting on my own plate because of the forum. So
I'm still an admin. I love as well how I'm still an admin on that page that I haven't posted in about 2 years. The most productive thing I ever done on that page was get the name of every known Irish independent wrestler at that time and post everything I had in them.
The other thing was, though, you used to PM all of the companies that would send us a message going, oh, can you advertise this show or this show? You were always the one responding. They're like, oh, it's Scuzzy. Oh, I didn't know you were here.
1 second there. My brother managed to lock the door and now lock himself out. Forgot something. Jesus Christ. It's like dealing with a fucking child. 1, 2 seconds.
Like dealing with Alex.
Excuse you.
It's alright. I'm just senile. You're fine.
Well, I know that.
First is a 10 one sale.
Hmm?
No mention of price. Jesus, that's great. Cheers.
Of course not, Dan.
For what?
Inside the ropes.
For Sean.
Oh, actually, apparently VIP are possibly 70-something euro.
That's not too
That's
bad.
not bad. 80
No,
per.
it's not. It's grand.
By the way, I have been... Oh, no, go on. Sorry, I just...
Oh, sneaky little bastard. Oh, fuck you.
What are we on about now?
Oh, I'm
Inside the rope.
I don't know.
I'm not going to voice it publicly on the internet what I'm upset about.
What? The batteries are out?
What? That is disgusting, and there is a minor in this group. Okay, so let's not discuss.
We didn't even last an hour, lads. We didn't even last an hour. Jesus Christ!
I wasn't me bringing it up. I'm not the one that brings it on down. Thank you very much.
Oh, that was decent. That was. Glad I know what that was. Anyway, we'll do SummerSlam predictions next because Jesus Christ, at this rate, we're not going to finish this for 1 another 4 hours, and I want to keep people entertained for at least the first one. So we'll start with the pre-show first because I took this off Wikipedia. I don't even know if Akira versus Neville is even.
It is, yeah, the rematch.
Was that
a rematch?
Right. I'm just going to go with Akira because I'm assuming that's how they're going to do it.
Probably, yeah.
So
Have Neville fade into obscurity.
He won't fade into obscurity. To be fair, they did say. Apparently, the reason they wanted to take the belt off him was because they wanted him to end his run anyway. But there's literally no one on his level. There is no one on the cruiserweight level. He's the best one they had.
They probably could have built somebody to be on his level, but they didn't.
They did with Akira.
Yeah, he was kind of over anyway.
Oh, by the way, I am also going to be keeping track of who picks who and think of some sort of punishment for whoever gets the least amount of guesses.
Jesus.
We should have been doing this for a while.
We should have been. We've done 2 pay-per-views and we really should have been doing this the entire time. But see, I'm being productive. I'm trying to make this the best podcast it can be.
Yes.
Although I've shown this to a handful of people and every single one of them have said the exact same thing back to me. The quality's shit, but it's bearable.
Oh, that's all right.
We don't all have the same quality for a camera. We don't have the same quality of sound. There's so much disparity between us.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. Up next is the New Day versus the Usos. I'm assuming the New Day are going to take those belts again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say they're.
The worst thing is, I was trying to use the first letters of her names to make it nice and like respectable, and then I realized there's only one D and there's three A's. So I'm gonna do A-A-A-M and A-L.
That's some great thinking. I wonder where you came up with that idea from.
Oh, by the way, are you taking the timestamps? You taking note of that?
In all fairness,
He's going to watch this back anyway tonight and then take them down.
Up next is it's the Mr. Raj versus the Hardys, and who else? Is it Jason Jordan?
Jason Angle.
the Hardys, yeah.
Yeah, Jason Jordan.
I don't know who to go for here because I don't really give a shit.
I love how Alex is keeping kayfabe by calling him Jason Angle.
I don't know. I was going to go with the Mr. Raj because I don't.
I go with the Hardys.
Hardys.
Hang on a second here. Are you taking predictions now? Yeah, I thought you were just going through all the matches.
Oh no, we're taking predictions now.
I haven't made a prediction on anything yet.
What?
I haven't made any predictions yet. How can you win the second match if I haven't made a prediction?
Who's gonna win the cruiserweight title?
Do you think? I don't think Neville will get back.
Me and Aaron have been making these predictions.
I genuinely just assumed that you were going to go with me and Alex on these ones because there were two obvious starts to the matches, two obvious winners.
Sorry, I'm pre-show though.
Yeah, these are the pre-show ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So why would they be having huge title changes on the pre-show?
That's see you, Dan. So you've got a fucking brain in your mind.
But they did it before. They did it at the They had the Raw Tag Team Champions change hands on the pre-show.
Yeah, the Intercontinental Championship changed hands on the pre-show at WrestleMania this year.
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
Possible.
Why are you assuming?
Yeah, why are you assuming, huh?
It did not change hands. That was Corbin and Ambrose. That title didn't change hands.
No.
At WrestleMania, was it not Dean Ambrose and Miz?
No, it was Dean Ambrose and Corbin.
No.
And Ambrose. And it didn't change hands.
Yeah, AB. Jesus.
It was on the pre-show.
Fuck off, Alex.
God damn it, Amy.
The elders are talking, Alex. Go sit in the corner.
Sorry, Amy.
Apologize.
Can we just assume that we're all going to go for a Kara with that cruiserweight title?
Yeah.
Because he's not going to drop it.
Yeah.
The SmackDown Tag Team titles, I'm also going to assume they're not going to drop those yet. No.
I agree with you there.
I actually have a feeling that the Authors of Pain are going to drop their belts if that before Superstar shake-up is going to happen. They get brought
Who are they dropping them to, though?
Authors of Pain, Sanity. Sanity have to win something, otherwise they're dead.
Soon. Yeah.
They have to win those belts.
That's viable.
But I think they knew they were going to keep it until the Authors of Pain come up, and the Authors of Pain are just going to batter them. That's what I think. That's what I hope. I'm assuming none of that's going to happen.
No, because AOP will have to get the rematch, which means it'll have to take like another takeover or whatever.
Is TLC an exclusive one? Yeah.
Say that again.
Is TLC an exclusive pay-per-view? Like,
no, they could still drop them the next takeover. Excuse me, it's going to be at a Survivor Series because they're going to have a takeover for every Big Four pay-per-view. They could easily drop those. They could easily get the rematch, then lose, and then just go to SmackDown Tuesday.
Yeah, but like, who do they feud with?
SmackDown titles. Like, does SmackDown have TLC this year, or is it a Raw pay-per-view?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think they swap it. I think it's always going to be a SmackDown pay-per-view.
I think they swapped them around because I think Hell in a Cell is different from last year. I'm nearly sure I was talking to the.
I mean, they'll change some of them, but I wouldn't. I don't know.
Because if SmackDown were to have TLC, I could see the Usos and the New Day having a TLC.
Yeah, but that means then that feud is going to have to go until what, November, December?
Yeah. That's not going to go on for that long.
Not that it's necessarily well, but what is in between? Survivor Series in between?
Yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah. Survivor Series is what? October, Thanksgiving. Weekend of Thanksgiving.
November, Survivor Series.
It could carry it.
Sorry, hold on. Thanksgiving is November, not October.
Oh, well, there you go. So
Survivor Series is always November. TLC is December.
No, I like that feud won't go on this long. This will be the end. And then,
Right, TLC is sooner, and I think Hell in a Cell is now in December.
Oh my god.
I just wait for it to be there and the WWE beat you over the head with the fact that it's happening. So never know a week in advance what pay-per-view is happening. So
it's only when you see like an ad being like, holy shit, there's a pay-per-view this weekend.
yeah, I couldn't even know SummerSlam was this weekend. I was like, it is.
There are people in the forum right now that have no idea SummerSlam is this Sunday.
Because there's been absolutely like shitty build up and nobody's excited for it.
It's been fine.
Well, I technically am excited for it, but not really for the event, like not actually for the pay-per-view itself, but just because I know I'm going to be going to Buskers for it, so I'm looking forward to that.
That's the really good thing about the Big Four these days is like Buskers. Yes.
I miss the Woolshed, but Buskers, I like Buskers.
Yeah, the Woolshed was cool, but I've never been to Buskers actually.
Are you going on Sunday?
I don't know.
Should go. Be well worth
Yeah.
it. Starts at 6, so that's the only thing. Like, it's going to be a really, really long day.
Yeah, because somebody went to the WrestleMania one and they were just like bollocks by the end of it. It's just too long to kind of be out for.
Oh, I've been to them since like 2015. I've been going, I think, and it's literally you kind of need a day to get over it because it's like I think we get there around like 6-ish anyway, and then you're not leaving the pub until like 4:30 the next morning.
Yeah.
So
like it's and even then
it's
like,
a long day, but like
it is.
there's a lot of stuff involved though in it. Like I mean, it's not like you're just sitting around waiting. Like they do an awful lot of they do an awful lot of stuff beforehand. Like so, it's grand. Like
So is this week? So I'm going to come out with the sexual innuendo, and Amy's going to come out with doo-doo jokes.
Who's going to say the offensive thing this week that gets everybody annoyed? Dan?
probably you again.
Yeah, I'll probably be fucking you again.
Probably you again. Why
I
even?
can't- Okay.
It would offend any of us.
No, I'm just gonna ask this question. Alex, what do you think of Adam Cole?
I don't get it. There's no connection.
What do you mean? Ah!
Yeah. What don't you get?
Like this.
Do you know what? Like, I think you do this on purpose. I
Amy did not see the chat the other day where we had this exact same argument.
What?
What's not to guess?
I don't know. I just when I see him, I just kind of go, yeah, that's Adam Cole. Okay.
Well,
Get out! Get out! Raining. Get out!
Best moves. It's stuff you're used to in Japan, pretty much.
God, Alex, go sit in the corner.
I actually want you to sit in the actual corner.
Go sit in the goddamn corner. Right now.
No. Don't laugh. Sit in the fucking corner of the room.
I'm basically in the corner.
In the corner.
It basically is not the same as being in the corner,
Yeah.
Alex. Go sit in the fucking corner.
Amy, will you do that again for the camera? Because now it's on you properly. Because that looks very angry and very scary. The way you were just going,
What?
the fucking corner. Where's the corner?
Alex, go sit in the fucking. I'm actually. Do you know what?
We weren't going to bring this up. I wasn't going to say anything. You just.
Well, you asked.
When did this happen in the chat that I missed it?
The night it came out that Adam Cole was signed to NXT, Alex came out and goes, I just don't get it. And me and Dan went, what the fuck? We still have one viewer after that, so...
I know who that viewer is as well, by the way, because he's fucking texting me.
Who?
Oh.
I'm not going to name and shame. Alex...
Put it into the chat. We all fight up together. We'd all shame you internally.
Like Alex, you infuriate me.
I don't get It's one wrestler out of the millions that there is. Like,
You like the Young Bucks, but Adam Cole apparently you don't get.
Okay, I don't like the Young Bucks. I would watch the Young Bucks. I don't love the Young Bucks. I don't go out of my way to watch their matches. I just appreciate that they're decent wrestlers. Same with Adam Cole. I just don't want to watch him. Like, that's okay. I'm allowed to do that.
No, you're not.
You know what? I used to always say to people, "Yeah, no, that's fine. That's grand." But then with you, you just. I actually feel like I can actually feel the years been taking off my life.
I actually see. So as we say that, I actually brought up Adam Cole for a reason. Away from being signed with NXT, apparently he's going to team with two other. There's like Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly. Saturday, I want to have a stable, like an RA stable, and immediately going to start feuding with Aleister Black. That's the reason the two of them lost for the last couple of weeks.
Invasion.
Say that again?
Are they not trying to plan an ex-Ring of Honor invasion?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, like rumors about it have been going around, and if they do, I would love that.
And apparently,
well, considering like half the locker room. But then again, when you think about like half like the roster are probably all ex Ring of Honor people now, thinking, oh my god, it'd be perfect way to bring Daniel Bryan back into the ring. I mean,
you can make him a manager.
Go back as well.
I like Daniel Bryan wrestle in the WWE ring. He'll probably have to go elsewhere to get that.
Oh no, he will. No, he probably will go elsewhere, and if he does, then he ever should get back into a ring. Like I think he needs to just kind of let it go.
Yeah, he's not going to go anywhere else, right? For the simple reason is that there's a reason why the biggest professional wrestling company in the world ain't taking a fucking risk with a man who might get brain damage from at least one more bump.
Might. He will.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Ring of Honor, TNA. I honestly believe that GFW. No, go on there, Dan, with your scally fucking
sort of like treatment to kind of help him overcome his illness that he has. Whether that's going to make a difference, I don't know.
Any person with any good conscience with regards to what he has, with regards to what they know it can do to someone, would not clear him to actually get back into a ring and wrestle. Anyone who does is literally just looking for a payday on it, and they don't give a shit what happens to him. And what makes it worse is he doesn't give a shit what happens to himself either. That's what makes it.
I think he's been clear, but I think the worst thing about it is that he didn't end it on his own terms. It got ended for him, so we never really got to have that last sort of like, fuck me, that's a Daniel Bryan match.
I'm sorry, but that's not the only person to have that happen to him.
I know, yeah.
It happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, like if you read his book, he just doesn't care. Like the amount of times in Ring of Honor, he like made himself get a concussion just to make it more realistic and didn't give a shit.
That's my point though on this. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit, but you have to understand something here on this. It's like you can't just run around your life now that you thinking it was just you when you were back in your early 20s, late 20s. He has an awful lot more shit that he should be more concerned about. But no, instead he's more concerned about, I didn't get to do it on my terms, so I don't really give a shit about my wife and child right now. I want to go and do this first because I want to do it on my terms. What if he does get back into ring and he gets another concussion, a bleed on the brain, and then he's gone? What the hell is he leaving behind?
I mean,
Thank
to be
you.
fair, he would probably...
No, it's too late to come back with a statement on it. Too much time has passed for a rebuttal on that. You cannot argue, you cannot give a solid argument onto why it would be a good idea. And him saying, I didn't get to go out on my terms, it was done for me. That's not a good enough argument.
No. Thing is,
that's it. End of. People are idiots. And he wants to go out. I want to relive what was probably the best moments of my life. Get over it, Daniel. It's over. I'm sorry. Move on with your wife and child.
Jesus Christ, Demi, tell us how you really feel. Fuck no.
Am I not allowed to go off on a rant every now and again?
No, last week it was me. This week it was Dan. Next week it can be you.
When they
agree.
What was that, Dan?
Thank you, because I didn't want to say it.
Rants have to be pre-arranged and pre-allocated. We don't have time for off-the-cuff rants.
Yes, Amy.
No, okay, I apologize. I apologize for my off-the-cuff rant.
Amy does such scary rants, though. That's the problem. When she rants,
she gets really into it. Like, it's just anger.
That's because, I'm sorry, if I actually feel legit angry about it, I'm going to be angry about it.
Anyway, topic on your list there, Aaron.
So the Raw Tag Team titles, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus the Bear.
Shielder winning.
Yeah, Shielder winning.
Do you think?
No.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sheamus is taking
And
time
that's
off,
not a buy.
so
Cool. Next is the. Fuck me, I never tell him over there. Naomi versus Natalya for the SD Championship. The SD.
I really want Natalya to win.
Yeah, I do too. I think she might actually do it too.
But I think she deserves a chance at it. She's been there, nearly 10 plus years.
yeah, but
She deserves to have it.
Are they going to do the thing where Natalya wins and then Carmella cashes in?
Oh, I really hope they don't do that to her.
Well, they that possibility on the male side of things.
I don't see her turning face yet, though.
Who?
Natalya's still heel.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean,
That would be just a face turn like that. It would just be like.
yeah, she's only just turned heel like a few months back. So
Yeah, so. Put it this way. If a cash is going to happen, it's going to happen on Naomi. It ain't fucking happening on Natalya. I don't think they can do that to her. Because if there was a story built around it that I should ask because I haven't watched SmackDown properly in weeks, especially the women's bits. Has there been a story where she has been not put out there? Yeah.
Can I just stop you there for a second?
Why?
Do you know where you're currently streaming us live on?
Yeah, YouTube.
On what account, though?
Oh, shit! Ah! I wasn't paying attention! Oh my god! I wasn't paying attention. I just sort of went with it because we were late. So I just...
Hi, welcome to this week's podcast. It's the train wreck episode.
Thanks for that one, Dan.
Why is this not coming up in the description?
I'm not having a good day. So...
You know what's really funny? Remember how we said we'd postpone this? We probably should have.
probably.
Well, if we postponed it, then it wasn't getting done at all this week, and SummerSlam's on Stories, and I wanted to get it done, get it in.
True.
Okay.
Oh my god, I have an entire YouTube channel dedicated to this fucking podcast, and I don't fucking update it. Oh my fucking Christ! I'm special.
What are the last viewers this week?
Yeah, we have one constant viewer, which we still don't know who it is, Amy. Who is it?
I'm not telling you who it is.
Don't say it on the stream, obviously. Put it into the chat.
Whoever they are, write to Aaron now, because there may be future podcasts on this channel you may want to watch.
There may be, there may not be. You know, this week is my channel, next week it's the other one. Keep me guessing.
Oh. Like the other thing has a YouTube channel as well.
Say that again?
The other thing has a YouTube channel as well.
Other thing.
Yes, the other thing has a YouTube. My other thing.
Oh, the Irish. What's the name of it again?
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay then. We fair. Okay, I've been trying to do the SummerSlam things now for 25 minutes. So thank you there, lads. We are very off totally on that one. This,
Okay.
you know what?
We might have gone off, but at least it's all been about wrestling.
True.
It's true.
Anyway,
Continue with fucking SummerSlam.
who we going for in that match? Are we all going for Natalia or
Naomi.
Yeah, I want Natalia to win, but if Natalia doesn't win and Naomi does, then I'm guaranteed then it'll be a cash in.
It's actually the rumor that they want to hold Naomi to hold a belt till the end of the year, so they can make her glow up belt a thing for people to buy at Christmas. So they want her to be a big merch seller.
Who are your sources on that?
Yeah, I haven't seen that anywhere.
Seen it online, floated around.
I read, yeah, I did.
No, Alex, everyone shush. Alex, I want an actual source on your stuff,
Yes.
or else you are literally just making up bullshit yourself.
I know, I've seen this somewhere. I don't know where, but like,
Yeah.
Suddenly it was floating on the internet and out.
Unless it was on, right? There's only 2, maybe 3. All right. PWI Torch, Wrestling Observer, NoDQ.com, and WrestlingNewsSource.com are the only 4 sites that I would actually take any news on seriously.
Anything else, never. I won't believe it.
And the 434, who are a reputable news source.
Not anymore. No.
they were never.
No.
I for a very long time, I had absolutely no idea who they were. So.
Aaron, there's a time stop there for this to the 434. Just write that down.
I would rather believe something from KW. What was it? Yeah, KWW than 434.
Anyway, Bliss versus Banks for the Raw Women's title.
Thanks.
I'm going with Bliss out of pure.
Do you know, I want Bliss to win. I think Sasha just needs to be taking out that title picture at this point now.
She hasn't been in it since like the Royal Rumble.
Taken out.
Wait,
sorry.
hold on a second. She's constantly in the fucking title picture. She's in all the number 1 contenders matches. She's always involved in the feud somehow. She has not fucked off. She has not fucked off from. There's Emma and Mickey. Mickey James is the biggest waste of talent on the women's roster at the moment. Bar no one. She's one of the best women's wrestlers ever. In a time where divas ruled the roost, she was one of the few bright spots. And now she's been fucking subject. Now she's just there. We have Mickey James on the roster, ladies and gentlemen.
I watched her earlier playing a game of, I don't know what it was, trying to not burst a balloon, so she's definitely went down on the yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You have one of the best women's wrestlers in the world on your fucking roster. No, we won't use her properly, because why the fuck should we?
I would rather her and Emma in the title picture than anybody else now at this point.
Yeah. I want Nia Jax to win that belt as soon as humanly possible. Because you know when she gets her hands in that, she ain't losing that for a while.
A turn soon.
And when she debuted, I did not think that she could win, that she would be good at that. They have booked her and Strowman. 2 of them I didn't really care about incredibly well.
Yeah. No, they've done really well by the 2 months this year.
So, can I just ask, the Women's title, me and Amy are going with Bliss. Who's Dan and Alex going for?
Oh, thanks.
He's both got Banks.
No, Bliss.
Bliss. Okay, so just Alex with Banks then.
You absolute fucking fool.
The built-in feud with Bailey when she comes back with the heel Sasha. So.
Yeah, we don't need a title for revolved around that.
Like, seriously, yeah, I'd like to see the other women rather than just Bailey and Sasha.
That's not going to happen. This is Raw. They do the same thing to death.
Right.
I don't see why you expect anything.
There's already a feud in place after this match blows up in Alexa Bliss's face, and when she barely wins, Nia Jax has to feud with her next.
Oh, they just don't seem to want to pull the trigger on Nia for some reason.
Because they technically haven't had a chance in storyline wise, because someone always gets in the way of her. Someone always gets in the way. Bailey always gets in the way of her, and Banks always does. Now, if she's already beaten Bailey and she's already beaten Banks, Nia Jax is the only person left for her. The only legitimate target.
Nia Jax win, they would have had her win at SummerSlam instead of
But see, this is what I'm trying to get across. If she beats Bliss, Bliss beats Banks now, that's it.
What if it goes on? What if it goes on to Survivor Series? So in a sense, let's say if Bliss retains, it goes on to a Survivor Series match with the women's have a 5-on-5, and then have Nia kind of turn on her there, putting her into the picture at Royal Rumble for a championship.
Maybe. I would rather she win soon so she can get a long run till Mania.
Oh no, so would I, but I have a feeling that might be where they go with it.
She could be a good face as well. I actually, to be fair, I think Jax and Bliss, given 10-15 minutes, could put out a pretty good match, I say.
Yeah.
Because the two of them are best friends and they'll work very well together in the ring. What's that, Alex?
Really, like, Bliss couldn't carry a match like that. It'd be a bit sloppy, but it wouldn't be the worst.
I don't think it would. Because there wouldn't be a lot into it. Bliss would have to act like a cowardly heel for at least a couple of minutes of that match, a good section of that match, and she could pull it off too. Because there's a genuine, like, towering height difference between the two of them. Bliss is 5'2", like Nia Jax is like 6'2". I think there's a whole foot between them. Jesus.
Yeah. I still think it's going to be Banks and Bayley for the belt, though. You just know they want to repeat that as soon as possible.
I should be done at Mania. Should be made special.
Surely, but like, look, this is the WWE. They don't book it. They just book what they have.
Anyway, up next is Styles versus Owens.
I think Owens.
Styles, but like,
Styles.
Styles because Shane does something stupid. Because then Owens and Shane will probably have a team.
No,
match.
I don't even think he'll have to do something stupid. Owens will think he'll have like a legitimate call for like why he should have been disqualified or some shit, and then he gets paid off like that. I think it's probably going to be Styles. I don't see Owens winning this.
No, Owens can't win.
Okay, fine. Just me with Owens.
Amy's turn to be by herself.
What? It's just, are you? Oh, right. I thought Amy was going with Styles.
Amy wants Owens.
Listen to this.
I bet she
Amy
does.
likes her big beefy head. Come on, man. She loves Trent Seven. She loves Kevin Owens.
Jesus Christ, that. Let's go on.
Seven and Kevin Owens in the same goddamn column when it comes to me. Okay, they don't belong in the same column.
But they're both big.
Yeah, but I like Owens for I like Owens for a different reason as to why I like Trent Seven.
You've seen the dick pics. Dan. I should evaluate that if no one's heard about it. There was apparently some dick pics of Kevin Owens went around a while back that he substantially said weren't his.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if any of you were in on that joke, but there you go. Dan, who are you going for on that? You going for Styles, yeah?
Styles, yeah.
Orton and Rusev.
The hell's wrong with that? Oh, it's a shadow. Okay.
I'm going to go for Orton on this one because I read today. Now, it was on the 434, but it sort of makes sense. Apparently, he wants his release because he's not happy with where he is in the company at the moment, which sort of makes sense because he's done fuck all since the brand split.
That'd be really weird, actually. Now Rusev, I mean, where would he go?
I think he'd be one of these people that would do a couple of fucking interviews with like our video and not really do much afterwards.
I don't know. He seems to. Well, was he like a wrestler before, or is he like a failed football player that they brought in or something?
I don't know. I think he was a powerlifter, so I don't.
I don't think he definitely wasn't football. He was something else.
Yeah, he wasn't an indie guy though. Anyway, when they signed
Oh
him.
no, he wasn't an indie guy.
No, God, no.
Yeah.
Who are you going for that one? I'm going for Orton anyway.
Orton.
So I'll go
Rusev
for.
never wins. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's ever actually won.
Up next is.
One.
Say that again?
Hold on, he was a former powerlifter and rower.
Really? Oh, I would have said what? I just assumed powerlifter or weightlifter.
What did he do?
Yeah, no, powerlifter, and rower. Was not expecting that.
Well,
He's third.
Yeah, he's old enough.
He's how old?
Holy shit.
32.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Lana is also 32.
Say that there again, Dan, because Alex didn't hear that.
Is he too old? No.
No.
I didn't
32
say
is
it.
alright. Just about.
As Keane laid down the other day, 35 is the cutoff.
No. He's changing that in November. He's changing it to 36. Don't forget.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
And then the following November, he'll change it to 37 because it's never going to happen. Get over it. Eric is never going to be in the title picture.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
if it does happen, then we owe him a party. Agreed it.
Up next is Big Show and Cass with Enzo in a shark cage. And I found out why he was in a shark cage is because he's deathly afraid of heights.
Be a star.
Oh, those bastards.
Christ.
But if somebody pisses you off.
Heights.
I also.
Their tag picture, him going up over Cass.
Yeah, but see, at least then it's. I see. I'm sort of afraid of heights myself. So if it's anything like me, if you're standing on someone's shoulders and they're flipping you, it's a lot easier because you have a bit of steadiness and you have someone to catch you. Because the one time, like I have a funny story because this is sad and funny at the same time.
Off topic.
I don't give a fuck. When I was it about 14, 15, we had because I was still a child, I had a camp about 2 minutes away from my house, back of the road around here somewhere. And one day I was like, I want to go up and see how it is, because sometimes it would get destroyed. It was pretty serviceable now, to be fair, considering all we had was wood and stones, right? So one day I went up there with my brother, and I decided I'm not going to go down the long way around. I'm going to climb down the wall.
Oh, no.
Stupidest decision I ever made in my life. Shifty rock on the wall meant I slipped and fell, hyperextended my foot essentially to the point where it nearly broke, but it didn't, and fell right in my spine, like on my neck, and I had a sprained spine for 4 months. My entire summer was ruined. I was fucked. And the funny thing, well, I laugh at it now. I did not laugh at it then. I fell off a wall. My brother's freaking out next to me because I'm unconscious on the fucking floor, and I got a massive concussion. I mean, I was seeing visions in front of me, I think. He's trying to get cars to stop. People are beeping as they pass. No one stopped. I was like, I'm lying on the floor, just about able to comprehend what's going on, going, what the fuck? So someone finally gets me, picks me up and puts me into their car, which I realized afterwards I should not have done.
No.
I could have caused myself some irreparable spine damage. But I wasn't. I was fine. So I get home. I lie on the couch. South Dock comes out, tells me we need an ambulance. The ambulance comes out. I go into the hospital. I'm starting to get my bearings and what's happening and what I realized what happened. I get into the hospital and I get told the doctor you have at the moment, you're probably going to be his last patient before he goes to Limerick. I was like, isn't that nice? As I'm twisted off my head from the concussion. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? He just walked in and I threw up all over him. Neck down. Just sick all over the place. And all he remembers him because then my head then started to clear. The fog started to clear after getting sick. And I just remember walking out going, that was fun. And he just left. I was just like, you're welcome.
Is that where you kind of developed your fear of heights then?
Yeah, that's like, even when I was training, the second rope was a bit dodgy for me. Like,
this is how I figured out I was scared of heights. We were in like transition year, and we were doing like a rock climbing wall. And do you know the way it has like 3 stages? Like there's the green, the red, and yellow sort of thing.
Yeah.
One is only like 6 foot off the ground. Right? I made it to the green line, and I looked down, and my hearing just went. All I could hear was like my own heartbeat, and I was like, "What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?" I had to try and crawl down the rock climbing wall when I was only 6 feet up in the air. I'm 5'7", I am, and I had to like try and get down 6 foot.
You're how tall?
I'm only like 5'6" or 5'7", 5'8" or something like that, and I had to like get down from 6 foot, and I freaked. The fella who was actually dealing with us, like he was like the trainer, had to come up the wall to bring me down it. 6 foot, and I had I literally was like having a panic attack while I was on the wall. Like any time now it comes to like heights, if we're going over like a significantly large bridge or something like that, I'm like I have to be dead center and I have to sprint it because I do not want to be over anything. I can't. I can't. Nah. Nah.
Well, like,
so I feel so sorry for Enzo having to be stuck in a shark cage if he is.
And apparently as well, he's apparently might be turning heel again and signing with Cass.
That'd be really stupid.
It would be stupid, but I want them to get back together so bad.
Oh God, yeah.
It's like Chris Pratt and Anna Faris. You just want them to be together.
Go on there, Dan, because we've cut you off a number of times there.
I don't know if you can hear me half the time, so.
We hear you now.
Okay. I love this idea of that Enzo's going to have like a tool or something, and he's going to try and drop it down into Big Show. But Cass ends up picking it up.
He's gonna drop the tool.
Yeah.
He's gonna drop a tool.
Yeah, something.
If he is legitimately scared of heights, he's gonna drop a turd. Is what he's gonna drop. Like that's the only thing. That's just.
Amy really is.
What with me and like crop jokes today.
You drop screw and the tuna.
Off topic. Number.
Don't I realize is what we're talking about this later on. We have not asked Alex what type of music he knows and listens to.
Oh God! Do you want me to have a heart attack right here?
So we leave that till later on when everything else is done. People won't get to see that, but
no, because he's gonna do what he did last week. He's gonna say something, and then he's gonna just leave us there when I'm back to crying in the corner again. No.
I go to bed for work last week. This week I'm fine. You can kill me for like 5 in the morning if you want.
Oh, you piece of shit! I have so much crap I wanted to say to you, you just left.
I need to go there a second, lad, to make a call. You continue on there, just fucking roasting Alex.
Okay, you little shit! Like you left so many fires burning when you left last.
I know.
Do you know, for this kind of stuff, if we did like an after show on like the other channel, so basically we do the normal show on the IWF channel, but then we did an after show bet on another channel.
Yeah, the after show of all of us just ripping into Alex.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like, if we had kept the camera going,
Alex, who makes references to stuff that he doesn't even know he's making references to. How did?
You can't just say as well that you were guessing that as well. Like that's
bullshit. That is bullshit. You little fucker! You know, like you know exactly what you're doing when you piss us off. You literally, you're like, Grant, I've done my job for the night, and then you continue it in the chat. Then you continue on with it.
You
#KillLife 101.
What?
He said he didn't know the A-Team was a show.
I thought it was a movie. Okay.
Yeah, it's a movie based on a TV show.
I didn't know it was a TV show. Like when did this?
Where the hell did Mr. T came from?
What?
Where the hell did you think Mr. T came from?
Yeah.
That's what gave him his. You cannot say that you don't know who I'm talking about. He's a goddamn WWE Hall of Famer.
I thought he came from Rocky though. Like he was in Rocky 3, and I thought that's what made him famous. Because like when I was a kid, Rocky was the shit.
Wait a second. I'm just going to school you here now.
Jeez.
Thank you.
How can you expect me to know things that old? I'm only 19. Like,
Oh, okay. Our viewer. How the hell does he not know it's a show? Our viewer, I know for a fact, is the same age as you.
okay.
Commando unit was sent to prove by a military court in a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade in the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Alex, damn it, watch. I think Alex went and hung himself. What
the fuck was that? I just walked.
We were playing the A-Team.
Yeah, it's just like I just played up the intro to the A-Team because like
Alex still doesn't know he didn't know the A-Team was the show. Like
what?
Yes. Oh, you were there for the show.
I didn't pick up on that. He no, the A-Team was a TV show.
No, it was a TV show. He thought it was just a movie. He thought it was just a shit movie. That's what he thought it was.
It wasn't a bad movie.
No, it wasn't a great movie either.
I know as bad as I got very, very good pirate copies of it at an early stage. So
I remember one time I got a pirate copy of The Ringer, that one with Johnny Knoxville. The fucking thing had special features and everything. I was like,
that wasn't a pirate copy. That
was. It actually was a pirate copy.
The actual copy, they just couldn't sell shit, so they said to say pirate.
It was still in the cinema. It was actually a pirate copy, and I got it, and I went, "This is the actual DVD, isn't it?" And he goes, "No, because it's still in the cinemas over here. It was still during its run." I was like, "How does this have deleted scenes?"
That entire movie should have been a deleted scene, to be fair.
Hey, The Ringer's fantastic. The Ringer is fantastic.
We still haven't finished SummerSlam, and we are an hour and a half in.
Hold
on, I just want to check something actually. Now I'm just thinking of this. Alex, have you ever heard of the Dukes of Hazzard?
Yes.
How?
Not the movie.
The fellow.
I know them from a video game based on the TV show.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
More details though.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll give you that one then. Oh, you were so fucking close. You were so fucking close to being beaten to death with a willy.
Right, lads. We have We've got 5 matches left to get through. Can we get through these in the next 10 minutes, lads?
Yes. Go.
Okay. Who do you think is winning out of Cass and Big Show? I think Cass.
Cass.
With help from Enzo.
Yeah.
What about you, Alex?
Cass.
He's learning not to go against us now.
Balor versus Wyatt. I'm going to go with Balor.
Balor.
Demon's coming back for the first time in a year. Yeah.
Because Wyatt always loses.
I don't know.
It's an interesting one though, because if Balor does go to SmackDown, they might want to give Bray the win to make Raw seem superior.
I like how you just trying to rationalize it, but no.
I'm trying to think. The only feud that Bray has won is his very short-lived feud with Seth Rollins. So I think Bray might actually win.
Mm-hmm. There's a possibility.
The first time the Demon is coming on TV since the last year. I just don't see him losing.
As a Bray Wyatt fan,
Yeah.
Finn Balor is going to win.
Okay.
Finn Balor's winning.
Can I ask?
All right, we'll go with Balor.
Right? Can I ask? Has Balor ever lost with the Demon gimmick?
No. Actually,
No.
He hasn't lost as the Demon, has he? I don't think he has.
Has he lost at NXT as a demon?
Yeah.
no, because when he lost the title, it was at a house show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't Demon.
In the cage match when he lost to Joe that time. That would have been the only time I can think of.
I don't know if he was Demon then either. I don't think.
No.
Okay, well then we're going with Balor then.
Do you want to say hi to the people? No. That's my cat, by the way. I love how Amy waved and then sort of realised, oh, it's the cat.
I just want to point out he did lose to Joe as the demon in the cage.
Or did he? Alright.
Yeah.
He's only got one loss. They never mentioned it. I don't see him losing as the Demon.
Match. So Joe probably fly or something or escape instead of in.
I can't remember, but he definitely, I don't know, but he didn't lose. Or he didn't win as the demon then. That was the only time so far.
Oh, yeah, this is probably the second time on the roster. On the main roster as the Demon. Yeah, he's not losing against Bray.
Yeah. Okay. Next match, come on. Let's keep this going so we can get to 10 minutes.
I feel like I don't need to ask this because I think we're all going to be in unison here. Cena versus Corbin.
Cena?
Corbin.
Cena.
So
Corbin.
Okay,
Wrong.
here's a better one on this question. Here's a better one for this one. What do you think the odds are Cena's going to kick out of End of Days?
strong.
100%. It's happening.
Don't even talk about that.
Yeah,
It's a strong possibility.
Have that man kick out of it, I will destroy my own T-shirt.
It's a strong possibility, and as Alex has pointed out, they need to Cena look strong.
Because Cena's about to go into a feud with Samoa Joe, which I cannot wait for. Oh, God, it's going to be so good. Him and Joe are going to beat the shit out of each other. It's going to be great.
Let's not
Let's not get off topic. That's very true.
Let's not get off topic.
Jinder versus Nakamura. I'm going to go with Jinder Mahal.
Nakamura.
They're launching
Hang on. If they do a spec
in Asia, they need him as the champion.
Can you put that in brackets for me, Aaron?
What?
If the violin guy comes out, Nakamura's winning.
If the who got...
If the violin guy doesn't come out, Jinder's winning.
Oh.
Shit.
Is that fair enough?
I still
Okay.
think they're gonna go with Nak because
I'm still going with Nakamura on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to say with you on that one, actually, Danny. If the violin guy comes out, Nakamura's winning. But I have it written down here, if the V guy comes out, Nakamura wins.
Yeah.
Now the main event, which I'm assuming will be the main event. Lesnar, Reigns, Strowman and Joe. I'm going to go
I
with
think Joe.
Strowman.
The only two that make sense are Joe and Reigns.
Joe's too old.
Whoa. The only two that make sense is Joe and... Have you not watched Raw in the last 6 weeks?
Alex, you do this on purpose.
You have to do that on purpose. Strowman is a fucking... He just...
But who's Strowman gonna feud with if he wins the belt? And it's the same.
Alex, you're not Alex,
It's not about feuding with anyone. It makes sense
You're not
if he wins the belt.
going to go to the corner again.
feuds for him to when he wins the belt. And I think if Joe wins, he's gonna feud with Reigns, and then and then they can build up Rollins to face Joe, Whereas if they do Strowman, there's nobody built to face him yet.
If they do Strowman, they're going to have Reigns go up against him as per fucking usual.
They fought on like the last 6 pay-per-views.
It's the best feud of the year.
I swear to God.
Not to him when he says, "I'm not finished with you."
Get out. Go. Just get into the goddamn corner. Get into the corner. Get into the corner. Get into the corner. Get into the corner.
Get into the corner.
Get into the goddamn corner right now. Get into the corner right now.
Get into the corner.
Alex, you're not even moving. Get into the corner.
Get into the corner.
Alex, swear to God. Actually, are we able to mute him?
I can.
We can't mute himself.
Mute him. Mute him now. Thank you.
Mute him.
Are you? Oh my God. Like, what the hell?
Right, he's at a 5-minute timeout, not mute, starting now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is our version of putting him in the corner.
Right.
Oh
so,
my God.
right, Alex, seeing as you can't currently speak, I want you to put up a 1 for Lesnar, a 2 for Reigns, 3 for Strowman, or 4 for Joe.
Okay, that's the one.
So he's going with Joe.
All right, so we're all going with Joe.
No.
Sorry, Dan's going with Strowman.
I am too.
Okay, so yes, it's 2 for Joe, 2 for Strowman.
By the way, Strowman against Cena. By the way, going on. Beats Corbin. Can't hear you, Alex. Don't know what you're fucking saying, bud.
You have no right to say anything right now.
We're done with that anyway. Thank fuck. Took us an hour, but we got there. That's great stuff.
Still missing matches, but whatever.
Right, we're going to get with the G1 later on because...
No, do you know what? No, punishment, we're not doing it.
Can we do the G1 now?
No, because I actually want to talk about that Shabbat a bit. That was...
Okay, yeah, okay.
But we're going to wait for Alex because...
He's in timeout at the moment. Alex, I swear to God, I will see you in Dublin. Don't make me beat you.
Right. I'm just going to go on there. We'll just go on there to Irish Wrestling because CCW have announced a couple of matches.
Right, you go off with the CCW.
Are we just going to talk about Ireland's newest title?
What?
Are we going to talk about Ireland's newest title?
No, we won't. What the fuck is that?
Really?
That's me. Sorry, that's me. What the fuck? The videos play automatically now on YouTube with the sound, so... Right. CCW haven't announced a lot for their show next Saturday, as of yet. They have announced the 30-man Celtic Rumble with weapons permitted, which might be quite good. There's still...
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, it's another 4 people need to be announced for that. So, more or less. So far that's on it is Jack Jester, Lewis Garvin, Vic Viper, most of the usual roster. You've got the Armstrongs. Yeah, I can't remember half their fucking names. Jesus Christ. Ricky Compat, Ballymun Bruiser, the Woods Brothers, that's pretty stacked. The matches that were announced, the other matches that were announced for it was Jody Fleisch versus Lewis Gervin, which could be good. The Kingslayer, John Simmons versus Ricky Combat. I've never heard of John Simmons before. Have any of you?
John Simmons? What?
Hey!
Wait, has it
His entrance.
1 second there.
I am in the jiggling.
He's muted again. I've never heard of him. I've honestly never heard of him. Apparently his entrance is supposed to be really, really long.
Look him up.
The next one is, and the last one that's been announced so far has been the Establishment, the team of Lee Callahan and what's his face? I can't remember his name. Jack Vice, that's his name. They're the champs against Rough Stuff. So seems good so far. That Celtic one was going to go off for an hour. The show is going to be 3 hours long. So there's going to be another 2 or 3 more matches announced at least.
Yeah.
So who's going to have Jack Jester's going to have a singles match. So is Bingo Balance. Anyone Bruiser, I say, is going to have a singles match. Yeah. It seems like a good card. I'm going to definitely. Say it again.
Sorry, Alex is not muted.
Will you stop unmuting yourself? Oh, I can hide him from the broadcast.
Grand.
And he's in. No one can see him. So.
No, it's off.
Well, no, he blacks out, so no one can actually see him anymore. I don't think. I'm not completely sure how that works. But he's hidden from the broadcast, and that's the main thing.
I can see him.
Yeah, no, we can, but other people can't.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
And I muted him on top of that. So, yeah, that seems like a good show. I think I might be able to get to it, so. It seems to be the same night that I'm going out for my birthday, so.
Oh, yeah, you were saying that last time. Yeah, you're trying to see if you can get people to go.
Yeah.
They're not real friends if they don't go to wrestling with you.
Oh, there's one fella we hang around with, he never even watched it when he was younger, which baffles me.
You don't need that sort of negativity in your life, Aaron.
He kind of gets it. He kind of gets it, but he doesn't really care. Do you know what I mean? That's the best way to describe it. He kind of gets it, but I don't give a fuck. He just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. He's like, I can take it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it so far. So that seems like a decent card so far. I'm assuming there might be a couple of more people announced. But is there any OTT or other independent wrestling news?
Okay, just very quickly on OTT, Wrestle Pops is coming up, and I am very, very excited for this. Just because, and you're going to be probably really mad at this, but right, there is a particular match that has divided a lot of us, and with regards to Kings of the North versus 2 Unlimited. We have a feeling that someone will die in the ring with 2 Unlimited, and it's probably going to be one of them if they don't kind of slow the whole moveset down. But that should actually be a really, really good match, which I'm really, really looking forward to seeing.
I haven't seen a lot of the Kings of the North stuff. I've seen bits here and there. But I know of them, and I know they're quite good. But are they very I beat the shit out with my fists and hope like I'm not leaving you do anything, because if they do that, they are a force to be reckoned with, in a sense. Like, they really are a force in the ring, and they know, like, they can do a solid match if it needs to be, like, they'll do a fucking serious match like no one's business. But if it comes to a matter where it's like have a bit of fun, they're on it as well. Like, they're definitely a tag team that you should really kind of follow, because they are gonna go. But if the tag team doesn't go big, Damien Corbin definitely wins. Well, this way, they're badasses. They can wrestle and they don't have fun. I'm assuming they're a Jim Cornette type of tag team.
I wouldn't say that they don't have fun. Like I think the first match I saw them with that they had with British Strong Style at OTT, not at Belfast, but I think it was the first time British Strong Style were there together as a group, and it was a solid match, between like a 6-man match. It was brilliant. And then afterwards, kind of British Strong Style, they do kind of have jokey, like not jokey matches, but like they have an awful lot of fun in their matches. But seeing them go serious with Kings of the North is definitely.
We have 2 viewers. Oh no,
Stop announcing that we have more than 1 viewer, because then they piss off.
Oh shit, and they're gonna go again.
Yeah. Right, and then there's also the cereal bowl match. 5 competitors. We know 4 of them already. We're not sure. We don't know who the last one is. So far into that one.
It is yet though. Have they said what?
Sorry. Yeah. That was funny. Go on. Oh.
I don't know. See, here's the thing is, I can't remember. I remember we were talking about it, a group of us were, but I don't know if it was actually like a proper, like if that was actually going to be what the rules were. And it's sort of going to be like a nation match, like but also sort of like a rumble match, if you get me. So it's going to be 5 competitors in the match, and I think it's going to be like it won't be over the top anyway. That's for sure, because you can't do that in the TIV.
So is it like a kind of a half gauntlet and half?
Yeah, so it'll be like it'll basically be an elimination match, but it's going to have timed entries into it. So like the 5 of them will come in at time intervals sort of thing. So I mean the 4 that we have so far are Flip Gordon, Will Ospreay, Ligro, and Curtis Murray. And me and Alex were talking about Curtis earlier on.
What did you just call it? El Ligro? Did you just call him El Ligro? It's El Ligro.
Christ.
We have to.
I said it and I just went, no. But anyway, let's just pass that. Curtis Murray was one that myself and Alex were talking about earlier on in the group chat.
Alex is allowed back in, but someone has muted him, and I haven't done it.
Oh, screw him then. If he wants to unmute himself, he can.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Curtis is definitely one to be watching on this one. He was at like a few of the shows. He's done the Contenders. He's done Uprising now, and now that he's actually getting a chance at, he's actually getting fuck you, Nathan. Now that he's actually getting a chance to be on the main roster, he's definitely it's such a great chance for him, I think, and I'm really excited to see him on that. But yeah,
Cool.
The biggest pieces of this week we haven't talked about yet.
For which?
This is
I know.
That's forum stuff, though. What do you think of it?
This is
talking about forum stuff, yet this entire podcast is based on the forum.
To be fair, you advertise this on the forum. We post this on the forum. You can't talk shit about the forum. Okay? And the only reason why you're upset is because you're never going to be up in Dublin to actually get a chance to have a shot at the title. And which, by the way, I do believe that the first title defense will be held at SummerSlam and Buskers.
Unfortunately.
I think the next one after that will quite possibly be at OTT, and then I do know for a fact there will also probably be a match in England as well for it.
Seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, one of these days I'm gonna come out of nowhere like Mike Gossam at the start of the invasion, grab it, run back to Cork, and they're never getting it back off me.
Keane travels down to Cork for the. Keane will get that back.
Keane travelled down once to Cork, so
he'll go again. Like Keane was like a kid at Christmas.
Thinking of like going for the next one, it's just the fucking McGregor matches on that.
You don't realise how they're wearing 8-ounce gloves as well, and I'm very, very convinced now that McGregor's going to win, because with the way he talked, I think it was on Conan, he was like, it'll be one round, but if like the stoppage happens, I'll have him done in 2. And he said it with such conviction. You're like, he's winning this match. I'm convinced McGregor's coming out of this with the win. He's going to be the biggest sports star we've ever produced out of it.
Imagine.
Jesus, the country will just explode in pure euphoria, and Las Vegas will disappear off the map.
Ireland will literally just become one giant alcoholic beverage. People.
Yeah, it's one big pint.
It's just going to be like drinks are on me.
Like Dana White, if he knocks him out, Dana White will have a heart attack there and then, because he'll just be like, I'll never have to promote another fight with McGregor again. All you've got to say is McGregor's going to be there, and everyone's just going to buy tickets and flock. Jeez. Oh, I can't.
Alex, have you learned
I think I know
Alex,
who
have you learned Alex, have you learned your lesson? No.
Let's be honest.
You're actually
You need
right? Alex gets to redeem himself, right? with this argument, and I don't think Amy saw this, although she was looking at the messages. I don't know if she was paying attention, right? I'm standing by this, and I'm never backing down from this. Kurt Angle is now, and will always be, the best professional wrestler that will ever step foot into a wrestling ring. And if you even think that Okada is better than him, you're just basing it off the last 2 years during his run with that belt.
Rebuttal, Alex?
Okada is GOAT.
He's not. It's Kurt fucking Angle. Kurt fucking Angle is the best wrestler to ever exist. No one comes close. Fucking no one. Except for Flair, as I mentioned in the chat the other day. Flair is the number 2. But my God, Kurt Angle is the best ever. Like, Jesus.
Okada absolutely destroys Kurt Angle in every department. He's more charismatic. He's better. Do you want to know what I can use? Do you want to know what I can use? One argument I can use to win this. Okada has just wrestled in Japan. So has Angle, but he's also conquered America. And Japan. And held... Like, Okada could go to America if he wanted and win the WWE title. He doesn't want to. He's the ace of New Japan. Kurt Angle was never...
That's because he was already in TNA and he fucked up.
Any promotion. Kurt Angle was never the main guy in any promotion. Okada is the number 1.
What? Kurt Angle was the face of that fucking TNA company for like the golden years. From like 2007 onwards. Fuck off he was. He was the biggest star they had. To the Smacks it was Styles and fucking Joe, but to everyone else it was fucking Angle. He was there longer than he was in WWE.
New Japan is bigger than TNA ever was.
Not in America.
Yeah.
Not in America.
TNA sold out a show like the G1 specials.
Lads, I'm loving the... I'm just like... I need to explain this very quick, because Wrestler Regret as well put it on... He brings in, said it as well. New Japan is niche and will never be bigger than any of the top 3 wrestling companies in America. Just in America alone. They're as niche as they come in terms of a wrestling company.
No. They're probably one of the most watchable companies in the world.
To a niche, hardcore, professional wrestling.
You can show even non-wrestling fans New Japan, and they would probably be interested in some form. You show them WWE these days, and they're going to go, what the fuck is that shit? Okay.
Right. I use my brother. I cannot believe we've gone from an Angle Okada argument to New Japan. Is it going to be big enough in America or not? I use my brother as a barometer on casual fans a lot, because he's a super casual fan. Like, he's exactly... He won't buy the merch, but he will watch everyone. And if he likes someone enough, he'll make sure he catches that segment every week. He always watch Enzo and Cass's bits and matches.
He was devastated.
Oh, he was devastated. I told him the day he was going away on holidays, I messaged him on the plane going,
bitch.
So... I sent him the clip and he just had to cry to himself. But,
I can't laugh at that, actually. I've cried over certain things as well, so I can't laugh at that.
What was I trying to say? Yeah, you show him a New Japan match, anyone in New Japan, casual fans just won't care. They'll just see it as 2 foreign guys wrestling in a ring, and they may take interest in Omega because he speaks English. Casual fans run the wrestling business. It's not the hardcore fans. And that has been the way it has been since the fucking 80s and the 70s. It's been casual wrestling fans that run the business. He's not replying because he knows I've won.
No, Alex, you don't have a leg to stand on here.
Casual fans run the wrestling business. Hardcore fans in America will not watch it enough. If New Japan was big enough in America, they wouldn't be on Access TV, they'd be on Spike. Or fucking TNT. Or
they don't run a weekly TV show, so why would they be on TV?
They have a TV show in America.
Yeah, but that's only replays their pay-per-views. They don't run weekly TV.
They do, don't they?
No. Access is just a clip show.
Yeah, so, but still, If they were big enough in America, if you're saying they're big enough as it is, they could go onto a TV station in America right now and put in the
with their own subscription service, like the WWE Network. Why do they need to be on TV? They've passed TV.
Because a casual fan won't pay. A casual fan, as I keep saying, will not pay for foreign wrestling at $8 a month for something they don't know. They're going to want to watch it on TV first before they ever touch it on. Before they ever commit to something monthly.
Well, look, all I'm saying is it's a good company, and Okada is the best.
He's not.
That's all I'm saying.
He's not.
Okay,
look,
look.
disagree.
Children.
Yes.
Thank you. Alex knows for a fact that he does not have a leg to stand on in this, and he's only ever going to go back to saying what he's been saying the entire time, okay? Aaron, we know you're right, okay? We know you're right. However, Alex is not going to change his viewpoint on this, and no matter what you say or how hard we hit him, he's not going to agree with us on this. Okay? Okay?
I'm still going to try.
You'll get your chance.
There's no point. I'm never going to come away around to your old school way of thinking. Just let me be 26.
Stop. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to stop you right here, child, okay? You don't need to keep saying old school way of thinking, okay? You don't need to keep saying that, okay? I am a fan. I will watch the Japanese stuff. I'm happy to watch it, but I do agree with Aaron on this, that it's not going to be as big in the US as you think it would be. Now, I do agree with you in your sense on how you view certain Japanese stars. That's fine. I'll agree with you on that. Some of them are the best around, but I cannot justify in saying that Kurt Angle is not the greatest of all time.
His feud with Lesnar and Joe alone puts him as the best of all time.
I'm not even going to reply. You're not going to agree with me, Aaron. There's no point.
No, I want you to try and tell me why he's better without bringing up the last 2 years.
But why? How can I? That's like disregarding the biggest period of his career. He only took over the mantle 2 years ago.
Exactly. That's why you can't.
I can use Kurt Angle matches from literally 19. Give me another 2 years set, and I can name out a handful of matches. Give me 5 minutes, I can name out a handful of matches that Kurt Angle has had that are better. That are fucking
from the moment Okada came back after his excursion and whatever, and became a proper main eventer, which you have to do in New Japan. He has set the world on fire and been their new number one.
But can he do it for 12 years?
He will. His feuds with Omega and Tanahashi in the last 3 years are the best of the last decade. And he's only going to have more with the likes of Naito and all the new guys coming through. So you just wait. In a few years' time, Okada will be the best. There will be no doubt. And I will have a huge backlog of great matches and feuds to back me up on that one. I'm ahead of the curve, old man.
Come back to me so in 2 years when he's still not the best ever, and Kurt Angle has probably another handful of matches that are better than anything he's ever going to put on. Except for by the way, I have to go off topic a bit because this is finished and we're never going to really agree. So we're just going to go off topic a bit.
Okay. Okay, that was pretty funny.
Pretty evil to move on from that topic.
Dave Meltzer needs to stop sucking New Japan's ass and admit when something went wrong when he won't admit it. And I'm pointing exactly to, I think, was the Naito Omega match when they fell off the table and he tried to claim, oh, that was planned. Fuck off, mate. You know that
was. Pretty sure he almost killed Omega.
Yeah. And I've seen that rock bottom, and that was botched as well. You could have fucking hurt Okada. Oh my god, he could have hurt. Have you ever hit the back of your head off a wrestling ring? Not fun.
These Japanese guys are crazy. They'll do that sort of shit. They shoot headbutt each other. They don't give a fuck.
They also need to protect themselves to have a career longer than 2 years.
And yet most of them wrestle well into their 40s.
By the way, how old is Shibata, can I ask?
Like in his 30s, mid-30s.
He's been wrestling since 1999. So unless he was in MMA for the 10 years before that, you can't use that as an argument as to why he's injured right now. It's solely down to the Japanese strong style.
No, it's down to his style, which is different to most people, actually. He has a very unique style.
Retarded. That's what it is. Fucking deliberately hurting yourself for the sake of it is not fun.
That's just the way they wrestle. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying that's how they wrestle.
It's not, though. Wrestling over there is the same as it is over here. It just looks worse because the way they fucking get taught. There's no difference in terms of stiffness or anything like that. He said that too. He was 10 foot away from me when he fucking said it at a seminar about 2 months before he joined the WWE. There's no difference in the style. They don't hit harder. They don't strike harder. They don't kick harder. They don't hit their moves harder. Because he said he's had matches with lads over in Europe thinking, oh, he's fucking wrestling in Japan, so I get to poke the head off him, hit him with an elbow like 2 minutes in, and Balor's gone, what the fuck? Dickhead. I think I could be wrong, but I'm nearly certain he was referencing Duncan Disorderly when he was the wrestling WWE champion. But I could be wrong. Because he saw the mate, he didn't want to say his name, he sort of danced around it and said it was over here. So it's like, what's Shibata going to say in 10 years? Oh yeah, I've got partial brain damage and a fucked up bite, but got my shit in though.
I just want to point out that's going to be the same thing Daniel Bryan's going to be saying. He's not dead. No, not even dead.
But Shibata coming back and his music hitting, and
you're mentioning Shibata an awful lot. That's one case. You're not mentioning the likes of Kojima and Nagata who wrestling in their 50s easily.
That would be an ecumenical match. No, see, the reason I bring up this is because you tried to say that no one's ever been paralyzed or seriously hurt in a Japanese wrestling ring when you brought up was. Shibata's the one that.
But he's fine.
Can he wrestle tomorrow?
Probably, if they'd let him.
He's never going to wrestle again. He's never wrestling again.
There's no guarantee. That guy wants to wrestle again.
Daniel Bryan does too, but doesn't mean he's ever going to do it again.
Does it well?
Oh.
You know.
Draws wasn't even because of any style or any fucking specific way of wrestling. It was D'Lo Brown fucked up a powerbomb that any of us could fucked up, no matter how much training you've had.
Me and Aaron will never get along, will we?
No.
No.
Oh, well.
Yeah, this is fun.
What else do we have?
By the way, it may have taken us an hour to get through the SummerSlam predictions, but we've more or less covered everything I really wanted to as it stands. The only thing is Ric Flair, and apparently he's supposed to be improving bit by bit. So
yeah, that's
Still
good.
That's good.
Know what is actually going on, because everything that's come out, somebody else has come out and said, no, that's rubbish. Where are they getting it from?
Have they?
4.
Was to do with brought on by alcoholism. Somebody said that was rubbish. Then somebody said it was to do with his colon. Somebody said that was rubbish. Now
I think Dave Meltzer was the one who said it was like an alcoholic hair condition or something like that, or something along those lines. And they said that it was the same thing his dad had, and the only difference between him and his father was that his father's kidneys failed, whereas Flair's haven't. So that's the difference between the two. That's the reason that he's still alive or something.
Somebody from the family had said that wasn't the heart, so that's why I don't know what is actually the problem. Everything that's come out said no.
I'm going to look on their wrestling news source and I'm going to see if they put up what's the last thing they put up about it. And if you see that Conor McGregor artwork, the wax work, look it up. It's awful. There's no way they could have said that was intentional.
Hold on a second.
Oh, there's something new came up there. Apparently,
Is this the bell removed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I just saw. Yeah. A source close to the family revealed Flair did not undergo heart surgery, nor did he suffer a heart attack, which was first reported. Upon medical attention, it was intestinal blockage wound up requiring part of his bowel to be removed. You know?
Apparently it stems from alcohol abuse, though, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
The report goes on to mention Flair spoke with Sports Illustrated some 9 days ago in which he admitted that drinking had been a major issue throughout his career. I had one vice, admitted Flair. I'm not going to point my finger at anybody else. My vice was drinking. I didn't have any pain issues, addiction problems, marijuana, cocaine, nothing like that. It's a fact that I kept myself up all night and I always had a good time. Which doesn't surprise me at all.
No. You're reading this off the New York Post.
No, I'm reading this off as a news source.
Oh. New York Post is the exact same one. Yeah, so reportedly he underwent surgery on Monday to relieve an intestinal blockage, which required to remove a portion of the bowel. It was originally thought that WW suffered a heart attack or received a colon surgery after he was placed in a medically induced coma earlier this week.
Dan, we've lost them. They're on their screens again. They're gone.
At least we're actually looking up the thing and we're not making up bullshit like you did for the last 15 minutes.
I thought there was news about Conor.
Wow.
Do you want to talk about let's lighten up the mood and let's talk about our favourite SummerSlam moments. My one, that time Chris Jericho punched Shawn Michaels' wife in the face.
Was that at SummerSlam or was that in the lead up? It has to actually be at SummerSlam.
2008.
I thought that was the lead up, but it was also unintentional. He didn't actually mean
it up so hard. And apparently when she was going away, she said, is that all you got?
Yeah.
It's like, fucking champ.
What was that?
Or SummerSlam 2008. That was... Apparently Vince wants to end the feud, but they said no. So he compromised and said they have to have something on SummerSlam. So they did that. And that's when he pumped her in the face. That might be my favorite wrestling feud ever. Because
it's nice to know that your favorite wrestling feud indicates from violence against women.
Yeah, that is partly why I love it. But that was, I think, as well that was around the same time I started watching because that was WrestleMania. That was the year WrestleMania 24 was that, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So Jericho had just turned heel and was just into that whole fucking talking slow suit thing that every other heel for the next fucking 10 years have involved in some way, shape, or form. It was 2008. Wasn't it? Say that again?
Was it actually at SummerSlam?
Yeah. It was a one match. It was just a promo between the two of them. I think Michael said that he wanted to he was going to retire and something happened. I can't remember what the bit of the promo was, but that just continued on. My favorite, it is my favorite wrestling feud ever as well because it has my favorite Mania match ever and probably my favorite ladder match ever as well tied into it. So
yeah, that was a great feud.
That Mania match was WrestleMania 19, and it to this day doesn't get talked about enough. It was literally the moment I fell in love with Chris Jericho because it was just as I was starting to watch it again. And I got told that was there. I looked at it in line, and that bit where he kicks him in the balls and Shawn Michaels just goes down his legs and he just pushes him away. I'm like, this man is my god. He's the patron saint of fucking fuck you. Oh god, such a good feud. That ladder match when they were both holding onto the belt. Yeah, that's it.
That was innovative and brilliant.
That ladder match is where they're both holding onto the belt and they're swinging off it. Oh my god.
Perfect.
Everything about that feud is just fucking glorious. I love it so much.
You love it, yeah?
Say that again? What was that?
What was that?
He's giving up.
No.
All right, Alex. Well, Alex, we'll go on to you then. What's your favorite SummerSlam moment?
Well, mine's actually a weird one. It's from like SummerSlam 2000. and it's China winning the Intercontinental title because that pop she got was bigger than anything I've seen on WWE TV in the last few years. Like, she was a legit star.
Oh
And the
God,
pop she
yeah.
got, like that, like it's not remembered enough how over she was.
The other thing about that is it's the only time a male championship has changed hands like to a woman, like by two women, like one woman and then another one.
No, it's not.
What other titles changed?
The other one was Beth Phoenix. That was Beth Phoenix when Santino won it. She pinned Maria.
Yeah, but she won the women's title. She didn't win the men's title.
She did. She won. Well, kind of didn't. She won the Intercontinental title for Santino, but she pinned
she was
to get it.
Champion,
Yeah, but that was for the women's title.
One was for the two of them. It was a tag team match.
Yeah, it's for both of them, but still, like, China still was the only one who won a men's belt by pinning a woman.
Said to China, "Oh, if you win,
yeah, I know what you mean, but yeah, I know what you mean."
Yeah.
So let's do it this way: China did it first.
Yes.
China did everything first.
Let's not.
Lace the trail.
Dan, what's yours?
I'm just. I think this will be getting very, very high 80s or high 90s. The first TLC.
That was in the same one as mine, actually.
Yeah.
SummerSlam 2000. Best
That was
SummerSlam ever.
the last day. That's the exact reason why. It's good paper.
It was perfect. Like, even the undercard was good.
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
Like, still. Who the hell was fighting?
Well, there was like Steve Blackman and Shane McMahon and stuff like that.
Anyway.
Amy, what's yours?
SummerSlam 2002 unsanctioned street fight between Triple H and Shawn Michaels is my favorite SummerSlam match ever. I love that match because I love the build up to it because I was like 12 at the time, and it was actually still when they had like decent storylines going on. So when he had, what was this? So coming up from Vengeance, Michaels had made his return back from like 4 years away. Triple H gives him the chance, or makes him kind of like decide what's he going to appear on. He decides to reform DX, and then all of a sudden Triple H just kind of turns on Michaels, hits him with the pedigree. Then I had the lead up to when Shawn gets beaten up in the car park. Turns out to be Triple H doing it. It's just, it constantly builds. Like, freaking Brock Lesnar was involved in that feud.
Was he?
And everything. Yeah. He was involved. He was acting on like Triple H's behalf. Like, he was interfering in matches and everything.
Yeah.
Right? So basically kind of all comes down to it. Eric Bischoff, best general manager of all time, because he gave me this match. And then the actual match itself was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
They, again, I think it's one of those things, like, you can have two wrestlers in the ring who know how to work together, and that's all great. They'll put on an excellent match. But if you have two friends in the ring with each other, they will beat the living shit out of each other.
One of them, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, no, but like, even still, right, if you were to look at matches that some of the lads have that have worked together before, that you know are friends outside of the business, they will literally go to hell and back. Again, I'm going to go back to the Chicago TakeOver match with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. The two of them are really good friends with each other. They know exactly what the other one can do. They are going to beat the living shit out of each other. We've said it before. They actually look like they legit wanted to kill each other for that title. And it was the same in this match. The two of them legit looked like they were going to beat the living crap out of each other. And they went for it. And literally just coming up to the end of it when what's his name? Hold on, I have it up. Yeah. So when he goes to do the pedigree, and then it's countered into, what was it countered into? I have it here. The jackknife roll up. like you did not see that coming. First off, I proper thought that Triple H was going to win that match, and then just at the end of it, just to hit Shawn Michaels twice right in the back with that sledgehammer, I'm just like, I'm loving this. And I've never not enjoyed watching Triple H or Shawn Michaels since. They've always been in my top guys to watch. I don't give a shit what anyone says about them. I don't care what they're like backstage. If they're gonna go out there and they're gonna put on matches like that,
True.
Nice to know that.
There's a weird little fun fact about that match.
I was paying attention, but I'm trying to read something else here. I thought it was something important, but it was not.
Can I just say, like, I was 13 at the time of that match. I genuinely thought the whole thing was real. The whole feud. The fact that it had to be an unsanctioned sanction. And then Triple H hammer at the end of the match. I thought he has killed Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is now paralyzed for the rest of his life. I think
I was 12. I was so into it. I was like, holy shit.
Can I give you a fun little fact about that match? And that SummerSlam was one of the first I ever watched, actually. I was like 4.5. And that got me hooked on wrestling. That SummerSlam was the, like...
Dad, nothing what you just said came up. So you're going to have to repeat yourself again.
You stop getting triggered. He's trying to make us feel... Don't get sucked into it.
I'm legit just saying that, like, to me, that was the first thing that made me, like, really want to watch wrestling full time. I was like, this is the best shit ever. And, like, the main event of that had The Rock, and I loved The Rock at the time, so I watched that pay-per-view, like, 20 times. Yeah. And because it was 4, if I watched it...
If I want to have a pay-per-view on in the background, that actually is my go-to pay-per-view to have on. That doesn't involve Seth Rollins. That's my go-to pay-per-view.
I legit watched it, like, 20 times. I kept thinking if I watched it enough, the result would change, but it never did. I didn't understand.
It was also, I mentioned this very briefly, but it's just because you said that because you were like 4 at the time. When I first really kind of like watching, like when I first got into it, I was 4, and it was the Royal Rumble 1994, right? It was the first one I was allowed to actually watch because my brothers were into wrestling, and I wanted to stay up late because they got to stay up late. And this was why they were staying up, and it was the match. It was Yokozuna versus The Undertaker. And the build up to that as well, because all the promos were The Undertaker making the casket that was going to be used, and it was like the double wide casket for Yokozuna that had like the purple felt, and like Paul Bearer's promos for it. I legit believe every single thing that The Undertaker gets scared the shit out of me. I was terrified of The Undertaker from that. And then watching when everyone came out from the back and they all got The Undertaker in, and then all of a sudden they're like wheeling him out, comes up on the Titantron and he does his promo, and then the camera like zooms in and then you just see him rising above the Titantron in the arena. I was like, I have never been more terrified in my entire life. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And after that, I was like done. I was hooked then at that point. And that was 23 years ago. Jesus Christ, that was 23 years ago.
To rest in the
My one was nearly my hook into it was nearly 20 years ago, and that was my first vivid memory that I can say this is the reason I want to watch it was the Test Triple H feud for Stephanie, which is very random.
That was like 1990.
99.
99,
yeah.
90, oh God, that was 99. Oh, the wedding in Vegas. Oh,
yeah, the wedding in Vegas.
Good time.
You take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband. I do. That way, I was just like, I like this. Then I got
again. I just want to point out. Sorry, I just want to point out this. Sorry, again, Aaron pointing out that violence or assault against women.
I love women. I love seeing men punch women. I love seeing women being forced into marriage. I love women being sold. Anything to do with a woman being in a state of peril, usually okay with me.
I mean, Aaron has the beard of somebody who's Muslim. I've kind of realized why now. He's actually from Pakistan. He's not from Cork at all. It's just fake.
Aaron, would you please wear a turban next week?
Oh, Jesus. The best I can do is do that weird thing women do with their towels. So when they kind of flip it down, they put it up. That's the best I can do.
You do realize our hair is in that towel, yeah?
I gathered that. That was usually where my mind went. Granted, it took me a couple of years to realize what the fuck was going on there, but I got there.
I have a 30-year-old friend who didn't realize my hair was in the towel and he pulled it. It was only when I screamed. He was like, "Oh my god, I didn't know your hair was actually in that."
We've got no viewers. Oh no.
What?
They're
Well, not
off
very.
over Aaron abusing women.
But actually, then when I actually ended up becoming a Papa fan, I was the only one out of my friends that could genuinely say Kurt Angle was my favorite wrestler. With no fucking way of saying, "Oh, this is ironic." He was straight up my favorite wrestler. My brother was The Rock, and I was Kurt Angle. Stone Cold wasn't even there, not even close. I fucking loved Kurt Angle. That intensity, integrity, and intelligence shit was just amazing. Do I see fucking Okada doing that?
Okada's the Rainmaker. He don't need them that shit.
Okay, seriously, we're not getting back onto this again.
The first shot.
I have ever seen.
It's like it's like me and Aaron are brothers, and Amy's like our parent, and it's like he started it.
So we're brothers. Amy's the mother trying to break something. Dan's at the side of her going, the fucking calm themselves down there. I'll tell themselves.
He's the dad. He's like, why should be born?
Such a fucked up family.
You're
both adopted. We don't even like you.
So, Amy's first pay-per-view was WrestleMania what? 14? Was it? What you said?
My first pay-per-view. WrestleMania pay-per-view, you mean?
Yeah.
Would have been
your first pay-per-view? Your first pay-per-view in general? That you watched live?
General was 1994.
What was your first one that you watched live, Alex?
Live?
Yeah.
Well, that took till Great American Bash 2005 or something.
I love how we all have iconic. Dan, what was your one? Just to back up my point, what was your first pay-per-view that you remember watching live?
I didn't watch it live, but I watched the tip the following morning.
Oh, yes. Go on.
Recorded in black and white from Channel 4.
What?
Recorded in black and white from Channel 4.
Oh, Jesus.
Christ.
What pay-per-view was that?
Because the signal, it would sometimes flicker between black and white and colour.
I still don't know what was the pay-per-view?
2000!
Roman 2000. Okay, we got there. That's cool.
Yeah.
Right, so you've got Royal Rumble 2000. Amy's got WrestleMania from 94. I've got WrestleMania.
Rumble 94.
Rumble 94. I've got WrestleMania 17 was my first one that I ever watched live. I suppose not a bad one. And then Alex has got the Great American Bash 2005. All iconic, and then it's just Alex
Had I known we were allowed to do one's taped, then SummerSlam 2000 probably, or 2002 one was probably one of the first ones. I used to have my family tape them for me.
Yeah, but when me we're saying live, but the morning after can count. So.
Oh yeah, definitely SummerSlam 2001, 2002.
Okay. That's not bad.
I can't remember exactly, obviously.
2001 was what? Right in the middle of the invasion, and then 2002 was Leslie.
Does they actually have the Survivors?
I fucking knew
but it never.
I knew he was a robot.
Oh, keep vibrating.
That was my phone. I keep getting a phone call.
Oh.
Tell them to fuck off.
Turn the fuck off.
It's like this. They're like ringing me, and I'm like, I can't tell them to go fuck themselves.
Right.
But
Do you want to go off the podcast for about 2 minutes, answer that call, take it, and come back?
we'll talk for an hour. I know it. They never shut up. So
just, aye, for now. Can't even give it up. 2.5 hours, lads. I like it. It's timely.
We did well.
Yeah, we did well. I think that's all we have to talk about. We went through the Flair stuff.
We actually got through everything that we said we wanted to get through.
The only thing that we missed, the only thing that we haven't gone through, and that's because I mixed up when it was starting, was the Mae Young Classic. I thought I was starting this week, but that's starting next week.
Yeah, so we'll do that next week then.
Other than that, we touched on everything. Oh, WWE 2K18, same shit, different year, but James Ellsworth's in it, so I'm buying it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Aaron.
Yeah.
When I was suggesting it, but you know, like how you have the 2 channels. So, like, if you're to have the normal podcast on the actual proper channel every week, and then you could do an after show bit on this channel.
What we should do is get an after show, but get someone who's watched it and come in and talk to us about it.
I can tell you now that I have been receiving commentary throughout this.
I know.
What?
What?
You know who it is.
I think I know who it is as well, but I don't want to say it.
We all know who it is. And yeah.
Anyway, I think we should probably just sign off because...
Very quickly, Alex, are you going to OTT? Shut up for a second. Yeah. Alex, are you going to OTT this week?
Yes.
Okay, Grant, because I want to introduce you to someone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're going to go off. We're off live.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go off live because we're done.
Off live.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for that one person who watched and then signed off, and maybe the other 2 people that watched that. Bye.
Didn't do